Hi, class. You might hear my wife on the tractor outside my office window. We're digging out from 4 feet of snow today. You've made it through your first week in the discussion board and received your first grades from me. How do you feel? I'm happy to answer any questions. I see who watches my videos, and it's surprising to me that not everyone does. I often give out critical tips that you wouldn't want to miss out on. That was the case last week, and keep watching because there are tips here in this video. The subject for the week is understanding audiences and consumer behavior. Targeting is fundamental to advertising. Whether your market is niche or mass market, targeting assures that the right people get your message. Furthermore, through targeting, you can use different messaging for different groups. I mentioned at the start of class that I work for a company that makes protective equipment for military aircraft. What I didn't mention is that nearly half of our sales come from a totally different channel. We make breakaway doors for behavioral health facilities. The doors are designed so that the mental health patients can't hurt themselves with their bathroom door. The markets are vastly different and there's no overlap. An F-16 maintainer in Ukraine isn't thinking about a mental health patient in Indiana. Through targeting, I can develop completely different messages and even branding for the two completely different groups. You're also going to learn about personas this week. Personas, a real-life detailed description of a person in your target market. These can help you develop your brand and messaging. I was doing a day-long photo shoot for a luxury brand once. I had 8 models that were shot in 3 locations. The ads I developed would tell a story about the brand. I gave each model their persona in advance so they could begin to embrace it in the way they carried themselves, the way they spoke, dressed, and the way they interacted with each other. We had a lot of fun with it, and the shoot was a huge success. When you're working on these personas, I remember from school approaching this just like any other assignment. That's my sense from the article you've been asked to read, Defining the Ideal Customer. It's true. Lifestyle, age, location, income, and etc. are all part of the persona. I'll tell you that that's not how the pros do it, though. When I'm doing a persona, I do a lot of brand research. There are intricacies to every brand that you don't know off the top of your head. I'm asking you to dig in on this a little bit. What makes the brand tick? Then, when writing the persona, you'll include the bullet points, but I urge you to not stop there. The personas that I find most compelling actually inform decisions the most are stories and not a collection of bullets, so avoid them. Instead, try a story. Here's an example. After a week of rain, Margot was happy to get out of the house and go for a run. With her Hoka Clifton 9 running shoes laced up tight, she bounced down the steps from her brownstone. A left, another left, and she passed by Hortimer's Deli, where she'd likely stop on her return. She sprinted across the street and onto the forest trail. It was 3.3 miles through the evergreens and around the pond. A good workout for today. The rain had left the pine needle-laden trail soft and the air fragrant. It was muggy. She checked her Apple Watch and saw Dayton, her CFO, had left her a message. But that can wait. It's only money. So, a story like that can draw the reader in and paint a picture way better than a list of qualities in a bullet. This was only a partial persona, but I bet you already have no trouble picturing Margot and imagining some of her qualities. The examples given in the Market Splash article are great. Agencies love to design and produce materials like this. My caution is to not overlook substance for style. Probably the best of the articles in the reading is the one by the visual communication guy. His graphic might come in handy while you research your brand. Maslow's hierarchy of needs comes up more than you'd think in meetings. It's a good thing to know and study. One day you'll thank me. I think there's some logic to it, and it can be applied to the marketing funnel where you first need to interest people at their caveman level, things like logic, safety, and love, before you reel them in by tending to their ego and full self-actualization. Advertising is like that. The best messaging is layered. Last week, Charles shared the Nike Olympics ad. Winning isn't for everyone. It's layered. It first speaks to their target market's competitive nature and wondering if they have what it takes. It then speaks to their sense of exceptionalism. I'm a winner. Winning's for me. And then it connects with their brand, implying that to win, you need Nike. In the Barry book, the text touches on strategy. This could be a course in advertising all by itself. In this class, we're blowing past it like a billboard on the interstate. Read it because it's a sign, but put a bookmark here and be sure to come back to it. Strategy is everything. It exists to point the advertising in a specific direction. Fundamental to a strategy is your unique selling proposition. What unique solution your service or product offers in the marketplace is everything. We're not talking about it much here, but it's going to keep coming back in your career. So take a minute now to understand it. Thanks for watching and have a great week.